Not very many people realize I paint, but the painting has just been my private love. When I'm in my studio, I'm in a world of imagination, of creation, of being one with nature itself.
Gail Thomas has always had an artist's soul.
I just love life.
She has been a visionary. She has talked about arts and literature in a city that is very business-oriented.
Back in the 1980s, she and some friends started the Dallas Institute of Humanities and Culture, where Gail later established the Center for the City.
Dallas is a very powerful city. It's driven, it's goal-oriented, and if we don't watch out, we lose sight of the quality of things in life that give us the soul essence of what a city or a community is.
And she envisioned a new and more livable Dallas, emanating from an area that had been both overlooked and undervalued. The Trinity River Corridor, 10 miles long, 10,000 acres, bounded by flood levees.
When we started that project, no one believed in the Trinity River. No one even knew we had a river in Dallas.
It'll change the way that Dallas is perceived.
We had to talk about the river as though it was a magical living being. Now, I'll tell you why I'm doing this. You come out here. These are my grandchildren. Come here.
Gail, understanding how important urban design was, knew that the Trinity River was the key element for urban design in Dallas. It's this river that runs right through the middle of Dallas.
She realized that there's more there than just two levees, and oh, by the way, there's something in between the two levees.
We're here to imagine the river itself.
She was the poet. She was the person that talked about the spirit of the river. It needed somebody to light the fire of our imagination.
We imagine them, and we build them.
She started thinking artistically about what it would take as a beginning to beautify the river and to have the bridges be the signature that is the main picture now of Dallas, a beautiful big city, a livable city.
I think Gail has been the conscience of Dallas to making people realize how absolutely beautiful our city can be.
And Gail was a really, really critical part of getting that engine started.
Because it's one thing to have a vision, but the wherewithal to go out in the community and gather the resources to make it happen.
And she raised $100 million. How many of us could do that?
There's life there. One of our mottos on our Trinity project was bridging the Trinity for the love of the city, because it used to be that the Trinity River divided us in Dallas, but now it unites us, and that gives me great joy. I'm very grateful to receive this award from Audubon. Actually, I'm grateful for many reasons, but the main one is that it has caused me to ponder more carefully the work of Audubon. It is so powerful, and particularly at this time, because Audubon's work causes us to focus on the power of nature itself. That remarkable force that drives every blood and heartbeat of every man and woman and every bird and every tree and even the solar system. And as the poets can say better than I, nature is never spent. There lives the dearest freshness deep down things. That's Gerard Manley Hopkins, my favorite poet. And when I go to our place in East Texas, we call Wendover, after one of his poems, I sit in the winter when it's cold outside and look at these enormous trees outside the window. And I can see the trees breathe. And I honor that remarkable force in nature that gives life to all things and all beings. And I especially honor Audubon for causing us to see the power in this universe. Thank you. And thank you for this award.